A word for our listeners. Achtung Cthulhu is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerd's Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our investigators uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring George Chimples, Phil Durham, Rob Walker, Jestin Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as the keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to The Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm here with Shirley.
Hello.
Scott. Hello. George.
That's me.
Phil.
Yep.
And Rob.
Having a great time.
And Justin.
Howdy.
We just finished up with Evelyn and Carlos down at Joanna Flood's house. And now we're going to go to Augustus, and Commander William down at the Gimbleton? I don't remember.
Gimbleton.
The Gimbletons.
Fosworth
and his Gimbletons. All right, so here we go. You guys, I assume, called ahead and did all those things.
How familiar am I with this guy?
Didn't we just go over this?
I don't think you actually said
No,
how familiar.
it
You
was
said
the
how
other
I knew
guy.
of him.
Oh,
but you
okay,
didn't
that's
say,
right,
Like,
that's
are we
right.
on first name basis?
You are familiar. Yes, you're on first name basis.
What was his first name?
Fosworth.
Fozzie.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
So you arrive. He's already home. He's, sometimes you're just home.
Yes.
So he greets you and brings you into his parlor and has you sit down.
Commander Schultz.
Commander Schultz. How can I not remember the name Schultz?
Right. He gives you a good handshake and
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Gimbleton.
it's a pleasure to meet you as well, Commander. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
I believe it was informed when we called ahead that we were looking for a book.
Yes.
Do you have said book?
No.
What happened to said book?
It seems to have been removed from my library.
About how long ago?
When you called and said you were on your way, I went to go get it. I figured I would just save us all a trip. You're more than welcome to go through it. It's very possible that I placed it somewhere wrong or it got reshuffled or something.
Probably not.
But I don't have it.
It might be worth a look.
Just in
we
case.
we visited another associate of Mr. October's, and one of his books was actually replaced with a forgery or fake.
Oh, then let's go through it. You guys are going to go in and, I assume...
Yeah,
go to
we'll
the
assist if
library.
you'll allow.
And I'm going to ask Mr. Gimbleton, do you have other works of how was it phrased earlier?
Esoteric?
Of that nature?
Oh, I've got a book here or there.
You might want to verify that those are the originals as well.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let's do that then. So, Jesse, can you roll me library use? Scott, you should have at least base. Won't be great, but it'll be there.
That's a negative.
Okay.
That
Did you
would
feel
also
bad?
be a negative.
Did you feel bad?
79 over 25.
Yeah, that'll do it.
88
Unlike these
over
are
25.
books.
Why do you... Oh, my God. How do you not have library use?
Because he buys them, I read them.
Yeah, she is the librarian.
So you guys go through the books for probably an hour and a half. He doesn't have a large library, but he does have several books, or lots of books in the library. You feel pretty confident that there's nothing else there. You do find De Vermis Mysteriis is one of the books in there. Do you want to take that with you?
Is that one we were looking for?
No, but it is a
Esoteric.
esoteric.
Would you be willing to sell this particular book?
He quotes you probably 4 or 5 times what it's worth.
I'll offer half what he suggested, so twice what it's worth.
You haggle for a little bit. And you ended up at a decent amount, closer to
Okay.
where you wanted.
That's fine. The
You
FBI's
check it first, right, to make sure there's words
reimbursing
on the
us.
inside?
Oh, yes, there's words in
Okay.
this book.
Yeah.
And while they're haggling, etc., I'm looking for secret shelves,
Oh, yeah,
false
yeah.
bottoms.
Yeah. Give me espionage. I mean, that kind of falls into there, right?
Certainly does.
Just so you know, I am taking notes on how much these books cost.
Are you getting receipts?
Exactly.
Okay.
Made it
Okay.
by like 30.
Yeah, you go through it. You do find behind some that there's a safe, but when you point it out, he gladly goes over and opens it. It's got a couple of watches, like really nice watches, and some cash, like in $1,000 denomination cash. So nothing. Probably just his bolt hole to put stuff away.
Sure. Yeah, nothing that. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, stacks of thousands. Okay, and nothing else.
Yeah.
Out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
according.
No.
How long ago,
Probably like the deed to the house and
Sure.
stuff you put away.
How long ago was the party at the other person's house? A week?
4 days ago,
4
4
days
nights ago. Yeah.
Do you know if you've had any guests within the last 6 days?
No guests. We had 3 of our doors refinished. Not refinished, restored. Trying to keep the house with its original look. It was built in the late 1800s, and so we had some of the doors restored. And we had that crew in.
Could you give us the name of the crew and where they operate out of?
Yeah, he lists off a door, a building door restoration.
Did you talk with any of these people, or do you have a butler who...
Oh,
talked
the
with
butler
them?
probably did.
Could we talk with him?
Yes. He brings in the butler comes in, who probably is the one that answered the door. Can I do for you?
A couple days ago, said you guys had some door work done.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't happen to notice if any of them spoke with a weird accent, did you?
I only really talked to the foreman of the group.
Did he speak with a
No.
accent?
No, full. Well, there was a little Irish twang. I don't know if twang's the right word, but we're gonna go with it.
Can you give us the name of the organization? Just the name of the organization.
Yeah,
If you can
yeah.
give it. Okay.
Something and Sons.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He gives you the list or the name, and
And they're the only ones that
Samson.
have been here.
yeah,
In a while?
we haven't had any guests.
Anyone new hired? New cooks? New cleaning crew?
No. Mr. Gimbleton's lawyer came by, but he's been working for us for decades.
What's your lawyer's name?
Samson. It's a good one. We're going to stick with that, yeah.
And the door refinishing thing, that was Sanford and Sons, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
this is Sanford and Sons. Anything else? You guys...
If we recover the missing book, would you be willing to sell it as well?
At this point in time, if you recover the book, we'll call it even. Like, I don't know where it went, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to report it to insurance.
Okay.
I may need you to validate the cost I put on it.
Oh, I will.
He kind of, taps his nose.
Gladly.
Okay.
I watched between the two of them.
You know what that was. He was
Yeah,
hinting that October would up the price of what it was worth so that he could claim more for the insurance.
Right.
Okay.
So he was insinuating insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Insinuating.
That's why I said it that way.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Commander. Off to the Professor and Mr. Gorp. Agent Gorp.
Yep.
You guys you headed back to the FBI place. You're going to call L.A.?
Yes, and get a report on anything they've been following up on.
Yep. UCLA lets you know that several of their books have gone missing from their rare collection, including Dury McNunn, or Mech, whatever. That book did go missing, as well as 4 or 5 other esoteric books.
Is security doing an investigation, I presume?
Yes. We didn't notice they were gone, though.
until
yeah.
follow up on it.
We assumed that they had been. When we noticed probably over the last few weeks that they were missing from the collection, we assumed they had been borrowed to do research, and no one ever really followed up on it.
Does my character either know or know of anyone at UCLA that would be doing this type of stuff?
You're probably familiar with probably a doctorate candidate down there.
Okay. I would probably try to follow up with them to see if they knew anything, if anybody had been looking into that type of thing. I don't know how much you want to roleplay in it. Just,
you're informed that it probably takes you half an hour to get a hold of them. You're informed that the archaeology, anthropology department that normally would have access to those kinds of books isn't very big, isn't very well, it's not accredited is not word, isn't highly thought of, so there's not a lot of students down there. And that, no one had really noticed it because nobody really deals with those books on a very regular basis. So the books that are missing could have gone missing any time.
Okay. I would also put a call in to the LA FBI field office to have them coordinate, request that they coordinate with the campus investigation so we can be kept up to date.
Okay. Yeah, they agreed to do so.
Not coordinate, but assist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rather have them assist and be working with them side by side because they have more of a cue on what we're looking for.
Okay. All right, so you guys kind of wrap up there.
Did the field agents who are supposed to be following up both on, at least on the third book, since we've already followed up on two of them, did they?
The book is also gone. It was replaced with a fake, which wasn't clear because the book, the binding wouldn't have shown anything different other than just looking old. But once pulled out, it was the front was wrong and the pages were blank. So,
and any leads on the final book?
No, none that you're aware of. None that they're aware of.
In my calls to LA, I would ask about that book.
Yeah, no information on
the Nugis
Curialium. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Close enough. Yeah. No knowledge of where that might be.
Until I would spend any remaining time, until whatever is next, trying to come up with leads for that. Just contacting my various people that I know. And
so you guys all kind of arrive back at the FBI headquarters. We'll say like 5 o'clock. Gorp and Professor, you guys have been making calls, trying to follow up on leads and find people. Evelyn, do you tell everybody about the dinner?
Yes, I convey, but I also, as we're leaving Joanne's, I tell Carlos, please don't take offense. She's always like that.
Sure. I don't know what interest she would have in me anyways.
Well, just that you are different and look like you've been to battle, so you look like a strong, virile man.
Yes, I look like a burn victim. Thank you. Because I am one.
Well, if you keep victimizing yourself, that's all anyone will ever see you as.
I smile, and blood again cracks out of the side of my mouth.
She hands you her handkerchief. Here.
He just spits it onto the ground.
Yes.
So, when you get to the point where you've told the group about the dinner,
yes.
And remind me, when you were talking to Miss Joanne, did you bring up the fact that we were FBI agents or that we were on an investigation?
Yes, I told her that we are FBI agents and that we needed to find this man because we're on a, what is it? Oh, what is the name of that? Oh, what is it? Oh, a mission from the U.S. government to find all of these books for them.
You told her this.
Yes,
She's not
of
the
course.
smartest.
Why would I lie?
She's not
Did
the
you
smartest
say
brick
that?
in the wall.
I don't know, Carlos. Did I say that?
No.
She didn't
No,
say
I
that.
did not say that.
This is to be a social visit with Mr. Will Smith.
Why would I say that?
I wasn't present at this conversation.
Why would you believe that I would be so ignorant as to give away what we are actually doing?
Because we're investigators on an official assignment from the FBI.
Did you-
It's not that out of bounds to think that you might...
Did you tell anyone that you were doing that?
I came here to the field office. They all know here that I am an
I'm not
FBI
talking about
investigator.
here. I'm talking about when you were doing your
Yes.
little investigations.
I did tell them that we were working.
I went with you,
and called
and then I came here.
And
Well-
are we all gathered around the table here?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss October,
Yes.
are you always going to be this adversarial as part of our team?
If you think that I'm that ignorant as to give up our position or whatever you would call it to mere civilians.
So you say whatever you will call it.
I believe.
So you can't have both that dichotomy of I know what I'm doing and I don't know what words to use.
And I believe the professor was merely asking for information.
No, I did not tell her.
You're positive.
I'm
Well, I wouldn't call her a liar.
100% positive because how
I'm not
would
calling
we get
her a
the?
liar. I just want to make
I'm
sure.
sorry.
I don't think she'd be wrong about it. I mean, she is snippety, but
I know
she didn't have her coffee this morning.
you are not improving my position.
And from
I'm sorry, but I have taken some. She wouldn't say classes. Training in the wiles of being a woman. Why would I give away my position?
I'm not saying that you should have. I'm trying to ascertain our situation.
Well, I'm
You're being
asking-
very adversarial, and we're all trying to work together. We obviously haven't worked together for very long.
It is to be a social engagement.
Thank you, Carlos.
And now that I know that, I'm quite happy. I just wanted to make...
It is
I
to
wanted
be a
understand
social
that.
engagement. We
Thank
should
you,
all bathe
Carlos.
and get ready for dinner now.
She turns and goes to her room.
When was the social engagement?
7
Okay,
o'clock.
thank you.
7:30. But close,
7:30.
yes, yeah.
No, I would tell him 7 o'clock.
Okay. Do you all get prepared, I assume?
So, well, she's stormed off, but Carlos, you're still here?
Yeah.
Did the lady divulge the number of our party? I would hope not, since she seems so keen on these types of things.
Well, we had to make a reservation, so yes.
In Miss Joanne's presence?
Miss Joanne is making the dinner reservations.
Well, then, yes, I will be in attendance. We won't have anybody to watch anything.
Where are
Watch what?
Watch the doors. Mr. Smith is expected to be there, yes?
That's what Joanne thinks.
As soon as he comes in the door, we shoot him. I don't see why anyone needs to watch a door.
Because if Mr. Smith smells anything, he may not appear, or he may bring people in force.
Good.
We just
That's more
told,
of them to kill.
We just told her.
I don't want to be ambushed
call
in the dining room.
and
Oh,
make a
don't be
reservation.
so frightened.
We just called her or told her to call and make a reservation for 8 people. This dinner party. When you have a highly suspicious gentleman who has been thieving and robbing from multiple locations across the area, suddenly has a large party coming for him.
Correct.
Okay.
Why are we look? What did you guys inform him that we were wanting the meeting for?
What?
They didn't. They just said they would like to meet.
He's
him.
interested in rare books. You're a rare book dealer.
I happen to have a rare book also.
Good. Maybe you can sell it to him.
Where are we eating dinner again?
It's this Italian joint.
It's the Drake. Literally the Drake.
Wait, we're
Should
eating at the
we-
hotel?
We're eating at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, that was clearly also made clear, because if she had
So
made it clear that we were agents,
I
was
wanted
going to a
someplace
different room.
intimate and small.
I
don't need it the Drake.
everyone,
Right, I was going to say that's not the Drake. Not to be that way, but intimate and small does not.
everyone in presence must match Mr. October. They must dress. We have to look the part.
We have less than 2 hours.
So we need to get on it. We need the nice apparel. We need to come in. We need to look like ritzy dipshits that don't know what's going on. Or else this isn't going to work.
Gorp, can we get some local field agents to perhaps be observing on the perimeter of the drake?
Quietly and out of view.
I'm going to walk up to the front desk.
Sure.
Do you see my 4 friends over there?
Yes.
Could you get them suits? Here's money.
Actually, I would assume that
Oh,
the
dear.
commander has
I'm
appropriate clothing.
I'm going in full dress.
Then
I
that
would
Not
assume the
military.
Spaniard.
Not military dress.
You're
Not-
not here.
Not military dress. No.
Sorry.
You would still probably have a nice suit.
I will be horribly late to the event, but I will be watching the doors as the professor suggests. I want to see how many people come with him and how many people are watching him at this event. If
Fair.
I am in military dress, I am obviously not part of the ritzy people that don't know what they're doing.
I believe he said ritzy dipshits. Just for the record,
Yeah.
dipshits that don't know what they're doing.
And that's
We're
not
allowed
what
to
I-
use
and
that
that's
word in
not
this
what I
podcast?
repeat.
Yeah, I know. Professor, what's your credit rating?
It is 60. Yes.
Yeah, you probably also have a nice, proper suit.
In other words, the person who suggested we buy suits for everybody is the only person who doesn't have said suit.
Oh no, the Spaniard probably
Okay.
doesn't have much of
I've
anything.
been wearing the exact same clothes the
Since
entire trip.
I will
Since
buy
the
him a suit
incident.
also.
We can smell it.
Oh, yeah.
He might have like the army fatigues that aren't the 1938 army fatigues, and probably that's about it.
Yeah.
And wears a bomber jacket along.
And yeah,
Okay.
Straight green
I do have to
khaki
ask.
outfit.
When you smile and the blood runs down your face, do you clean it off at any point, or is there just like crusted, dried blood on your
It
face?
depends whether I'm trying to make a point or not.
Oh, okay.
But like appearance in mechanical terms is a 7. So like the way I envision that is like if you catch him on his good side, he actually can be quite nice looking, but the other side is just a mess, just a wreck. So
like
and he
like,
can't really cover it up.
like burned leather kind of mess.
Yeah, and like kind of like crack it. Like he's obviously in pain quite a lot of the time.
Like
Probably
needs
why he's,
chapstick, kind of
you know,
like bad. Huh?
Unhappy half the time.
He's chat face.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
Like over like the whole side of his face and like
Oh,
right hand and stuff.
alrighty.
I was just curious because you made it a point that you don't wipe it away at least immediately. I just didn't know if you at some point
He
cleaned it.
very sometimes pointedly and aggressively uses his looks to make a point, but if he's just like lazing around on the train, he will clean himself.
Thank you.
Okay. So then the Spaniard and Mr. Gorp are going to go get suits. Or gotten suits. I assume you
switching
have
to-
something.
Right.
Because in
No,
Germany...
I thought you meant they were going to go get dressed.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get dressed as well.
Right.
I'm saying they're going to go purchase suits.
Oh.
I will have somebody go purchase them suits, just eyeballing them. It doesn't have to fit perfect. It's not something you guys will be wearing a lot, I'm sure.
And...
You're not going to bring a tailor out and have him them tailored?
Actually,
It's not worth the money.
Whoa. Alrighty then.
Mr. October, you might want to roll an idea on that.
I never wanted to fail harder. I pass.
Not only is the FBI going to cover this, but yeah, they probably will need them again if you guys are going to stay together as a team.
All right, send a tailor out.
Okay. So they send a tailor out. They measure Mr. Gorp quite easily.
And extensively.
Do you fight them, Mr. Carlos?
No.
You have too many last names. Too many. 2 of them. It's one.
Well, considering you only call me by the first name.
I know. That's why.
Aguirre Aznar.
Aguirre Aznar. Yeah.
Aguirre.
Yeah. That's why I do it.
Is it Aguirre Aznar?
Aguirre.
Got it.
So you guys all dress and are ready for dinner. Evelyn, you come down in a nice dress. Right.
Yes, of course.
I get a top hat.
Yes, of course.
Ooh, a top hat.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
Collapsible?
Is this like Jack on the Titanic? You know, the difference between dinner and not.
The only part of the movie I've seen is the one part, and the other part where the guy falls off and hits the propeller.
That is the best part.
Never mind.
That is not the best part.
Never mind.
Okay, so
Given the previous or the earlier interaction, of course the lady or ladies, depending on who arrives when, will sit down first. But I will make it a point to sit as far away from Ms. October as
Okay.
possible.
And
Before we go
I
down,
will
Did you
make
guys-
a point to pretend like the professor is not even there.
Did you guys call the field office
Why
for
would we?
backup?
yes, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, someone suggested it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they
it was
suggested. I just
suggested. I suggest we do it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I agree.
want,
Good idea.
7:30 rolls by. Some people are irritated at Carlos for saying 7 when it was actually 7:30.
Yes.
7:30 rolls by into 7:45 to 8 o'clock.
Are you sure you got the right time?
Commander, this is about the time that you feel like you should at least do a walk the perimeter and check.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you
It would not have gotten to 7:45. It would have been more like 7:35.
Okay.
Like,
Well, but the idle rich sometimes are purposefully late.
I understand
So-
that, but it's time for at least a walk to the corner
Okay.
to check with the paper boy.
Are you going
see with
by
the late
yourself?
edition. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you get out onto the street. You don't, you give the sign, roll an espionage. Because you should be able to give a sign and get a sign back. Like they should flash a mirror at you or something.
Right. Let a match.
Yeah.
Success.
Okay. So you flash, and you get nothing from the two spots there across the street in the hotels or rooms or whatever. You had two guys watching the door with guns if need be, but they were just supposed to mostly watch.
And it's not a response in the negative. It's nothing.
Nothing. The paperboy is not the same paperboy.
Okay.
You probably also had a guy on the back door. Do you want to go check that?
When I get close enough to the paperboy, does he recognize that I'm headed towards him, or is he still looking in a different direction?
Nope. He looks at you and then tries to hawk a paper at you. Like, not hawk it at you, but
Right.
start
And
doing a paperboy thing.
Right, and I take out a quarter, dime, whatever the paper rate is.
Probably a penny.
Penny, whatever.
Yeah.
Put it in his hand, take the paper, and
Yeah.
look at it, watching him from the corner of my eye, and turn and walk back to the front of the Drake like I'm just looking at the headlines. I'm ignoring Fader Quody, the street and the paper boy
Sure.
while listening and looking out of the corner of my eye.
Roll espionage again.
Success.
Okay. You successfully... You're pretty sure that if somebody's watching you, they have no idea what's going on. Like, you just picked up a paper. So, you head back in.
Yes, I'm going to go check the man in the back.
Okay. So you go through
While I do, as I'm heading through, where is this group?
They're in the dining, probably in a private dining room. Was probably what got set up, which is not far from the kitchen.
Do I have an opportunity to flag the marshal?
Marshall, give me a spot hidden. I assume there's idle chit-chat at the table, except between the professor and Evelyn.
I got it.
Okay.
Do mark it.
Yeah, make sure you mark it if you succeed. So, Gorp, you see the commander walk by and then motion for you to come join him.
I do.
Okay. You both walk out. Commander, I assume you're armed with a pistol.
Cool. Yep.
Same thing with you. Okay. So you go out the back door.
Yep. The field agents are down. They're gone. Paperboy's been replaced as well.
I assume you're talking very quietly since you're kind of going through the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you get out into the aisle, alley. I need you both to roll spot hidden.
No.
Okay.
By 1.
Nope.
Okay. So there's nobody back there.
I look up for where the man should be and
Nothing.
scratch my nose. Nothing.
No.
Okay.
Do you go up or down the alley?
Nope. We're going to go back inside.
Okay.
As in, put an arm around him, and we're going back inside.
Okay.
This is not good.
Right.
As you turn around, did you let the door shut?
No.
It doesn't lock, but did you let the door shut? No.
Nope.
Okay. So you turn around.
It's one of
and-
those like, hey, look at that. Nothing. Go back inside. Back inside.
Okay. You guys go back inside, head to the dining room.
I let him go, and I peel off to the front desk to use the house phone.
Okay. Who are you calling?
The field office.
Okay. They answer.
Send more men to the Drake Hotel immediately.
Do you let the house dick know?
Not yet. I'm calling the field
Okay.
office first.
Yeah, they'll send people immediately.
Like now.
Do you want the San Francisco police involved?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Click. And then I'm like, excuse me, the house detective?
Yeah, he comes out.
Excellent. There may be a situation in the dining room.
Okay. Oh, should I come with you?
If you can do you have other men here as security?
I don't right at this moment. It's just me. It's kind of quiet time right now. I can have somebody down here in 10, 15 minutes.
And I take out my badge and show it to him and go, yes, you'll need as many.
Have them in 5 or 10 minutes.
You'd need as many as you can get.
Okay, yeah. I'll go make some calls.
Thank you.
So you go head off into the dining room? Mm-hmm. What do you...
I'm going to first quietly come up beside Carlos, tap him on the shoulder, get his attention, and then I'm going to alert him of the situation.
You're going to quietly whisper it to him? I need the other 3 of you to roll listen.
He just walked out and walked back in.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
No.
No. Okay. So so you let him know that the watchers are gone.
So what's going on?
Did you see Joanne?
Not yet. She hasn't arrived yet.
What is keeping her? I think I'll go call her to see if maybe she was late. I go to the house phone.
Yeah. You head up to the house phone. You kind of see the commander coming back from the house phone.
It's still only like 7:40.
Yeah, give or take.
Well, I know he's doing his thing, so I don't even nod to him. I just walk by.
Okay. You head to the phone and call Joanne. Mm-hmm. The butler answers.
Hi, it's... God, I forgot my name.
Evelyn October.
It's Evelyn October. Is Joanne there?
No, she's not available at the moment. Can I...
When did she leave? We were supposed to meet for dinner.
Oh, she was picked up by Mr. Smith about 40 minutes ago. It's probably a 20-minute drive, maybe half an hour with bad traffic. Mm-hmm. But, and by bad traffic, I mean horses getting in the way or something.
Oh, okay, well, she hasn't made it to dinner yet. Maybe something has caught them up.
Maybe. I'll let her know you called and have her call if she arrives back at home.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And I literally turn around and rush back to the dining room.
Rush in a dress and heels like
walk
that?
Walk as fast as I can in my dress.
You do your best.
Shuffle.
What are the rest
quickly.
of you guys doing?
I'm still waiting. I mean, things seem to be odd, but no one's made a...
I'm on my second pre-dinner cocktail.
Excellent.
Joanne, I would...
well, hold
where
on.
is
The commander, you came back into the dining room first.
Oh, are you in the dining room?
Is there a bar area in the dining room? Is it off to the side? Is it...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like a bar area.
Okay, then I'm going to go over and tap for a drink, 2 fingers of something from the bar, so that I can have a drink in my left hand and keep my right hand free while watching entrances and exits to this.
Where did you leave the paper?
It's still tucked under my arm.
Okay.
And as I'm coming into the bar, I'm going to flip open to the paper and just to make sure that there was nothing tucked into it from an espionage standpoint, that this might be not necessarily bad guys that I want to shoot in the face the minute I see them, just in case it was, hey, Commander, we had something come up. Blah, blah.
There's nothing. There's nothing in the paper.
Nothing just tucked in that might.
Nothing there.
Okay.
So Evelyn, you see the commander kind of check. I mean, it's not obvious that you're checking out, but he's clearly in the bar as you walk by, and he is taking his time, but it doesn't seem it doesn't seem weird, especially for naval intelligence. He's probably doing a thing.
And then I put the paper on the bar when I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm going to come up. I'm going to take Evelyn's arm as if I'm escorting her thin. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to whisper in her ear, you need to lose the heels and be ready to run.
Well, and I would whisper back to you, Joanne seems to possibly have been taken. They left 40 minutes ago. I am very concerned about her welfare.
Excellent.
She seems a little frazzled.
Give your uncle a hug and quietly spread that information.
Yes.
So you lean over and let Augustus know. Professor, if you want to roll, listen, you're the only one out of the know right now.
He won't be able to know for long.
I did succeed that time.
Yeah, you hear her whisper that something is up.
We should have known not to put her in danger.
Well, I mean, it was just a dinner meeting. And I kind of look like
We
at
specifically
you
set
very
her
ashamed.
up. We specifically set her up with a person we think is hostile and set her into motion.
Is this still whispered or?
Not nearly as whispered as it was, but it's
Yeah.
still whispered.
Scott, can you give me a listen?
She looks
I-
very dejected, like she just failed at the
I
spy
am-
game.
I'm gonna try to listen to.
Nope. Scott's in a different room.
Oh, Scott's in a different
Yeah.
room.
See
Scott's
if
in
he
a
hears
different
that. I'm gonna tap Gorp on the shoulder. I didn't bring my weapon.
No, hey, that makes perfect sense.
The professor to a social engagement did not bring his weapon.
You notice that Carlos
made it by
hand has been
one.
in his right pocket
Did
for
he-
quite some time.
Did you whisper you didn't bring your gun?
I quietly,
Could I not hear this?
Probably quietly enough that it can't be heard outside the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
but you're in the room, so you probably would.
Commander, you hear a clattering coming from the kitchen.
I am going to signal to the marshal.
They can't see you from where you're at. She only saw you because she was on her way back.
Do any of them have line of sight to me?
No.
Okay.
You headed into the kitchen?
Yep.
Okay. You go into the kitchen. One of the sous chefs or whatever that's back there seems to be frantically speaking in, you would have to assume some sort of either Japanese or Chinese. This isn't your realm of expertise.
Sure.
You know European, but he's talking to another one and they seem to be trying to calm him and get him to speak rationally.
Okay.
Do you step up to them?
Yes.
As you approach, they kind of look, and the guy forcibly walks towards you and grabs hold of your suit. He says, "In alley, body." And it's clear that he doesn't have a full grasp of English, but just enough to get a few words out.
Thank you.
He doesn't let go. Do you forcibly remove him from...
No, I put my arm around him and I begin to walk him toward the dining room.
Okay.
I am hoping that the realization that, hey, I'm a chef that's been stuffed in the back kitchen and we're about to walk out to where the customers, let's not do that he will let go of his own volition before we are out on the floor.
Roll luck. Hold on, Rob, just a second.
That would be an 02.
Okay. So he lets go and run, like not screaming runs, but runs out into the dining room, through the dining room, and out of the hotel at the front door.
I will count to 3. Because I imagine that someone in the group may want to act before I do.
All of you can roll spot hidden.
Oh, it's Friday. Oh, 7.
12.
7.
On Mike's, guys.
I made
12.
it.
7.
So Phil, did you make it?
No. Are you
When I
kidding
rolled the
me?
second die, it hit the first die and changed its number. So
So that's a no?
no, so now it's a yes.
Oh, so now it's a yes.
Yes, it would have been a no, but now it's a yes.
So you guys all see one of the cooking staff flee from the kitchen.
I sprint to where he
I
came
shoot
from.
him.
No.
What? All right, Botticello.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I get my answer. Okay. Where is his room in reference to the alley?
Room?
Yeah, we're at the Drake. We're staying at the hotel.
I would say upstairs.
Obviously, but they're going to have
It
windows.
probably
Is
doesn't
it-
face the alley.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would
not
assume
gonna
that
face the
I'm
alley.
going to assume that either the commander or the Mr. October set up rooms, which means he set up rooms with an actual view.
Right. Okay. So then I'm going to tell the professor to arm yourself.
Before you do, here's a 45. I will look at Evelyn. I want it back. You never gave the other one back.
Yeah, you did run off with his pistol and then lose it,
And you had a shotgun.
and you had a shotgun.
Well,
Oh.
When you get another, I want that one back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Done. Excellent.
Okay, so you guys are all headed into the kitchen.
there was fighting.
Are you all headed into the kitchen?
I mean, I knocked over my chair and just sprinted
Right.
there while they're talking.
You
about
three, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Are you staying in your heels?
Yes, I don't
No.
know what
Okay.
order necessarily. if
No,
anyone's
that's
gonna
not a big deal. You
cover
all kind of
rear.
bolt. The commander is in the kitchen but headed towards the back door. Do you follow him out? I assume. The
I follow everyone.
The kitchen staff seems a little taken aback, but not like not too much. They seem a little calmer about this than they were, probably because they heard the words body.
When I pass by, I point at them and tell them, "Get out."
Okay. So they you guys head out into the alley.
Yes.
Give me all of you give me a spot hidden, and at this time, Commander, you're in the alley, like straight in the alley. I'm letting you know
With flashlight.
That's fine.
Oh, no.
Where would you have put a flash? I'm just asking. Where would you?
Not by a
pocket.
lot.
These are going to be big flashlights.
Oh, they don't have some smaller.
I don't think so.
Bringing up the rear anyway.
Then perhaps not. I don't know. You might want.
It's also not dark. It's just kind of dim because it's 8 o'clock in the summer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I spot the hidden.
Okay.
Anyone
Anyone that succeeded, you see a small blood trail leading behind some trash cans that you missed earlier.
I will definitely have my gun in hand.
Okay. If you walk over, you look behind the trash cans. You see Joanna. Her throat has been slit, and her wrists have been pierced by some sort of nail.
I hold up a hand to forestall the rest of the party rushing over.
I don't know. Does anyone get a slow, or are you all going to just come up?
I would slow, because if I don't see anybody else, I'll be watching the area while since
yeah,
he's
that's fair.
checking the area.
I'm going to continue to come up.
Okay, that's fine.
I will continue, but slow.
I'm going to go secure the front of the alley.
Okay. Okay. And
So I'll
then-
take
She's
the
going
other.
to follow her uncle.
I'm going to stay close to everyone
Augustus?
else, but I'll cover the other
Yes.
end of the alley.
Could you take Evelyn inside?
No, what's going on?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to finish describing the bodies.
Oh. All right.
Bodies?
Bodies?
Yeah. So her wrists have been pierced, probably a little high, like almost so it's her forearm, all the way through. For what it looks like on a very cursory examination, but her body is laying across the FBI, the guy you had. His throat has not been slit, but it has been clearly a garrote has been used on it.
Okay.
From what you could tell, his piece is not in its, his handgun is not in its holster, and his pockets have been outturned. I mean, clearly turned.
Rifled, clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like neither one of them was, or that it looks like the FBI guy was not killed here, but Joanna was. She was killed and then drugged into this position.
Okay. And that is when I would tell Augustus, take Evelyn inside.
Evelyn, it might be best if you don't see
No,
this.
what's going on?
There's blood leading behind there. It's quite clear what's back there.
And I
Well,
step up between
what-
Evelyn and the body to put my body between her and
Is it
people
who we
behind the
fear it
trash
is?
can. And I come
Two.
I come face to face with you. You don't want to see that.
Who is it?
You don't want to see that.
Oh, so it's equal ground as long as I have a gun and there's an enemy in front of us, but not on this.
And I take the opportunity at the very end of the sarcasm to step free, grab her by the arm, and bring her up to see Joanna. And I say, no, I wanted to spare you seeing your friend dead, her throat slit, her wrists pierced, thrown in the alley like trash.
I do.
But you don't want that.
I do need you to roll sanity.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody that saw the body needs to technically roll sanity.
Can I pass?
Well, if you passed and you're not Evelyn, you lose nothing. If you failed, you lose 1. Evelyn, you passed, you lose 1. That is your friend. I mean, even if...
Yeah, no. So she, screams at the top of her lungs and just starts sobbing. This is all guilt. She caused this.
Nothing would be gained from me
Okay.
seeing this.
She's gone
Thank you
for
for the
right
warning.
now.
Are you guys going to touch the bodies? Are you going to leave them there for the police to handle, or are you going to check them for clues before this gets too much farther? It should be noted that Evelyn is dressed very nicely in appropriate dinner
Probably
wear. And,
drop to
If
her
you're
knees.
willing to go inside, I will
Fine.
take you inside now.
I'm going to go through the
I
bodies.
mean, she'll
So-
lean on you if you
Then
take
we go
her.
inside.
Right now, she's pretty.
Well,
annoying.
actually, I'm going to defer to the marshal. He may have a better skill set at this.
Commander and
not-
Marshal, give me
and not want me to just
give me a spot hidden.
dig through it.
Got it, 7.
Oh no.
She is wearing no jewelry, which seems out of place, and
Very.
no necklace, no earrings. From the description of her, you would expect something. Her ears are pierced and all of that. Her pocketbook, if she had one, is missing. So she was obviously robbed as well. You do find, through a very quick look, there's a note on the body of the FBI agent.
What kind of note?
It's scrawled on a very cheap piece of paper. And we kind of folded up and in the pocket, and it's in German.
I'm trying to remember who knows German in the group. Oh, then I'm going to hand the note to the commander.
Yeah.
What do you make
I
of
was
this?
thinking la 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 la. All right, open up the note. Do I need to roll, or can I just
No.
read it?
Your German's like an 85 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says, it was a nice try. I won't fall for that. And then it's signed,
Will Smith.
Gehilfe. Gehilfe? Whatever. The agent name
Yeah.
that was on the order.
And I point out the name to the marshal. He's taunting us.
Excellent. Well, he knows where we are, and he knows what we're doing. It's time to get a move on. We need to secure the area, and we need to just double check and look everywhere, because if they're here, he brought them here on purpose, and I want to make sure there's still no trap in place.
Okay. Anything else? You guys what are you doing?
Until any of the backup that was summoned gets there, I'm going to continue to make sure that nobody comes down to the end of the alley that I'm watching.
Okay. Okay.
I will get Evelyn the hardest drink she's willing to drink.
Okay.
Good call.
Yeah. You take Evelyn inside to the bar, I assume?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm literally sobbing out of control, or she would be literally sobbing out of control. This is like take her to a room and probably get a doctor with sedative.
Outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't hold it.
No, but I can pour it for you.
So you guys secure the scene. In about 10 minutes, FBI and the San Francisco police come up. They start securing the area. The cops get with you, Gorp, and kind of look over the body. And they kind of lay out a timeline for you pretty quick. That it's probably been here for not very long. Body's still warm. But from the drive from the flood residence to here is maybe 10, 15 minutes. And it took you guys that long to find her. That means he's got at least a 20, 30-minute head start now.
I'm calling the flood residence.
Yeah.
No, I'm calling the...
Yeah.
I want to talk to the butler, and I want a description of the man she got in the car
Oh,
with.
yeah, absolutely.
Before you leave the scene, I'm going to ask if there's anything I need to look at the body.
If not, he's going to avoid looking at it, is what
Yeah,
he's trying to say.
Don't look at the body. We'll let the police handle this portion, and anything they find of value, we can look at that.
You don't... Would I have...
We would have described what had happened.
Okay, well, if it's described what's happening, I guess I would have heard when you spoke to Evelyn probably the condition.
Right.
Since there is... Would I have recognized that any of that is esoteric or occultish that might interest my character?
On the note, probably not, no.
But
No,
on the
on the
piercing
throat
on her,
slit.
The piercing
Oh,
particularly.
That seems
Roll,
odd.
At this point, I'm
roll-
more interested, would my character...
yes. Yeah, that might be something you want to look at and how it was done.
Okay, then I am going to go look at it.
Okay.
So I'll need to make the sanity and plus
Yeah,
whatever
make
else you want me
a
to do.
sanity. Are you going to look, Carlos?
I have no reason to.
Okay.
I pass my sanity.
Okay. So you don't lose anything. Now roll folklore.
Pass.
It sounds like maybe an old German custom that those that are punished are done in a manner to keep them from fighting back.
Okay. I won't raise that point now, but I will make sure to tell
Do you
the
have
group
medicine or first aid?
I do not have medicine trained.
You probably have base on first aid, but I'd still let you roll it.
I have base on first aid.
Yeah.
But I failed the roll.
Okay. All right. What do you guys headed?
Description.
Oh, they give you a description. Short, not fat, but he's got a little bit of a pooch on him. Short brown hair, short hair, brown, darkish eyes. He has a small scar on his chin that kind of reaches down, or that goes from like the top of, like below his lip, just down and curves down just a little bit, maybe half an inch long.
Looks like a cleft.
No, because it's off to the side a little bit.
Okay.
So, somebody that if you saw him, that would be a distinct enough marking that you could pick him up.
What was he driving?
An appropriate normal car for the time.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you get a good description.
Yeah, you get
of
a
the
good
vehicle.
description, the color, no license plate because they didn't see a need to grab one.
Right.
But it would be safe to bet that it might be from L.A.
Okay.
It could also be from San Diego or San Francisco. Like, you have a bunch of different options.
Right.
So,
Because that's what, I mean, if he's driving, then at this point in, we've lost him. We can't even pursue on foot, so we need to start. That's what I'm addressing to the group.
yeah.
I'll tell Evelyn I'll be right back. I'm going to go down and try to find the commander.
Okay.
I'm gonna find the marshal. Marshal, go out front, buy a paper, bring the paper boy back here.
Excellent. So I'll do that.
Okay. So you probably catch the marshal as he's headed out in the lobby.
I was looking for the commander.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's out back. Okay. So, Marshal, you go out and buy a paper and bring the paperboy back. What, you can go talk to the commander.
You were keeping an eye on things. Did you notice anything odd
Yes.
outside the front?
Yes.
What?
Our men that we're watching, it's prudent to have people watch where everyone is arriving to, are gone.
Should we go check the locations to see if there's bodies there as well?
There will be. That will be the next thing that I do after I have the marshal return. How is Evelyn?
As well as can be expected.
Niece, correct?
Yes. She's always been strong-willed.
Quite. However, it would be best if you could convey to her both my sympathies and my apologies. She is a member of my team, a member of my outfit, as it were. And I have no ill will or malice. I don't think her any less than any of us. However, I was merely trying to spare her the sight of her friend.
I understand that, and I thank you for that. She feels hurt from the earlier engagement, and I feel as if she doesn't trust anyone.
Well, hopefully this will take a step forward. I trust her with my life, and I hope she does the same.
She'll come around.
That's my hope. And it isn't because I find her frail. It isn't because she's a woman. I would have tried to spare any of us that. To see one of our friends in this condition, it would be horrible.
And I thank you for that also.
My pleasure.
Okay. So that'll do it tonight for the Nerds May Presents Mask of Nyarlathotep. Hot Tub Time Machine Octung Cthulhu. We will talk to you guys real soon.
And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us on facebook.com/nerdsdomain, on Twitter @nerdsdomain, or over at our site, nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Josh Schott for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain. And check out our shirts at slashloot.com.